Hello, hello. Welcome to today's Daily Dose of Awesome, your 15 minutes of inspiration, motivation, and education. My name is Melissa Kibler, and I'm a mentor here inside the Fast Track community of attractionmarketing.com. And in today's training, I'm actually going to talk to you about ways to be the most productive and efficient with your time. So let me know if you are tuning in and viewing in live. Let me know who you are. Let me know where you're viewing in from. And if you're watching the replay, make sure you drop a replay so I can come back and say hello to you as well. So as everybody's rolling in today, let me know. I'm kind of curious. I have a question for you. Let me know how much time on average do you have to work your business? And I realize that every day is a little bit different, but on average, how much time do you have to put into your business daily? Hey, Becky. Hey, Ann. Hi, Sean. Hi, Olive. How you doing today? Hi, Heidi. Hey there. Hey there. How's it going today? Happy Friday, by the way. I just love Fridays to begin with. I love every day, but Friday is just something about that. Hi from Earth. Hi, Erin. Hi, Sharon. How are you? Hi, Sherry. I'm sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. Hi, Lane. So let me know in the comments below. So on average, how much time do you have set aside to work your business daily? So this question, I kind of want to get some ideas from everybody outside of your regular, if you're in corporate and if you're still working full-time, outside of that job. So this business, this side hustle, whatever you're here for to build up, how much time do you have to kind of put towards your business? Hi, Laura. Hi, Adrian. How's it going today? So in today's training, like I said, I'm going to help you break down. I'm actually going to give you 6 tips to help you be the most productive and efficient with your time. I saw 3 hours in there. Keep 2 to 3 hours. Usually that's about average. I see 4 to 6 hours. Awesome. So keep dropping those in the comments below because, again, ever find yourself really busy? Like at the end of a long day, you find yourself super busy. But how many of you sometimes are like, well, you know what? I just wasn't as productive as I wanted to that day. Has anybody else ever felt that way? Please tell me that I'm not alone. Hey, Chuck, how's it going today? Nice to have you on live. So I know I for sure have felt that way where I'm just like so busy, always have things to do. At the end of the day, it's like, what did I really do? Like, how was I really, productive in my day? And I want to share a little story with you that kind of sparked this live for me today. So yesterday was my kids' first day of school. So for all of you that have kids, moms, dads, grandpas, let me know. My kids are finally back in school. We started yesterday, right? So yesterday was my kids' first day of school. And I don't know who is more excited, my kids or me. Like I wasn't excited for them to go back because I actually love my kids home. Don't get me wrong. I love this kind of normalcy now. I'm back into routine. Hey, Ron, how's it going? So when they got back to school, think about, I don't know who was more excited, them or me, because you think about when you're going back to school, your kids are going back to school, it's all so exciting, right? You're going back to a new teacher, a new classroom, new classmates, you're getting new school supplies, you're picking out that first outfit for the rest of the day, like they almost have these jitters, right? So, I mean, that's kind of how it was going in my household all week. And I was just as excited, kind of like, for me, this time reminds me of that fresh start, kind of like a new beginning. And I was like, you know what? I kind of like transition it. I kind of do the same thing in my business in a sense, because this is kind of that new fresh start and new beginning for me to kind of like regain that momentum. Summers can be crazy, whether with kids or without kids. Summers can just get out of control and crazy. And sometimes we feel that we lose that momentum. So let me know who has kind of felt that way, lost that momentum, and who is ready to kind of pick that momentum back up, and who's ready to kind of dive into these tips that I'm going to be sharing with you to help you regain that momentum and to really help you be the most, effective and efficient and productive with the time that you have. Hey, Jamal, how's it going today? So let's dive into this. Jackie says she is ready. All right. Is anybody else ready for this? So again, I'm going to break down 7 tips for you. And at the end of these 7 tips, I want you to choose one that you are going to implement today. So if you are already doing these things, totally awesome. What I would really recommend and encourage you to do, because this is a community. Hey, Billy, how's it going today? This is a community where we all jump in and we learn from each other, right? That's the best part. And that's why I love attraction marketing so much, is because our community is so amazing and so awesome. So if there's something that you are currently doing as far as tips to help you be more productive and efficient in your business, please drop those below as we go along and we can learn from each other. I'd love to learn. Hey, Valentine, how's it going? Hey, Floyd, thanks for sharing, for dropping in. But share below anything that is working for you currently. So again, these are gonna sound simple, but I'm gonna fly through these because this is something that I started doing. I noticed in my business yesterday, and I'm like, you know what? This is something that's maybe worth sharing, or doing a live on and sharing some tips of what's helping me and what helps me to kind of boost and regain that energy. So number one, what I started doing was I started clearing the clutter. Who was guilty of this? Having an office where I had papers everywhere. I'm such a, when it comes to note taking, I take notes on everything. So I have piles of paper like all over the place. So number one was I had to clear that clutter. So, what that does for me is when I get rid of all of that clutter is that it kind of takes that overwhelm away, that stress. Like when I see papers everywhere and notes, it's like, I just feel the pressure. I feel so much more overwhelmed when I can clear off my desk. And that's exactly what I did. I didn't even spend the time going through all those papers because I knew I wasn't going to go back and look at them. Some I do, yes, but I just trash them all. I'm like, clean slate, I'm starting over. Now, if this is something where you have, a file or a notebook or something where you go back to all the time, just having, that one notebook, or, what I like to do now is I like to transition a lot of my stuff to online. So I will just keep like an online, electronic file to keep a lot of my notes and things like that if I'm working on different ad copy or different post ideas, things like that, something that I really want to go back to. So Erin, you can agree. Yeah, I seriously cannot think. So just that step alone, just clearing the clutter. And now this doesn't have to be like physical clutter in your office as well. Like if you're not working out of an office and you got your phone and that's what you're working off of, or your laptop, and you're working through, the cracks of your time, think about the clutter even online. Right? Like clutter, like your files, clean up your files, clean up, like when I'm talking about clearing up the clutter, this is not just physical paper. So this is clutter online. This is clutter as far as maybe your emails go. Just do a quick, swipe through, delete those emails, get them out of your inbox, clean up your personal page, your business page as far as your followers, right? People that you just, if you're not connected to those people anymore and they're not a part of, somebody that you want to stay in touch with, clean up your following, guys. Like it's just going to help to narrow in more of those people that you really want to work with. So Evernote, I love Evernote. That's a great place to kind of, Google Drive's another one. If you can kind of, it was harder for me to learn at first, but once I learned it, it was really easy to organize my files on Google Drive. Evernote is another good one. So that's a place where you want to go to and clear the clutter. Now these steps that I'm going to give you today, this is not something that you should always be like planning out in your day and like, oh, I got to clean up my clutter. I got to do all these steps. This is something that a couple times a year I do, because otherwise what we can find ourselves doing is we get stuck in putting off those things that we try to procrastinate, right? Those things that we know we have to do, but we don't want to do. And we find ourselves organizing our desk and doing things online and finding that, pretty cover photo or whatever, right? So this is something, like I said, I only do a couple times a year, but this kind of helps, again, with this time of year, especially the fall time, to kind of reboot and get back into the swing of things, that fresh start that I was talking to you guys about. That's exactly what I do. I go through my office, I clear out the clutter. Number two, this is what you want to do. So make sure you're jotting these down. Determine the time each day that you have to work your business. So I know when I talk to a lot of people, we try to fit it into the cracks of our time, right? But I really want you to think about how much time are you really dedicating to your business. So even if you are fitting your business into the cracks of time that you have, how many hours do you want to and can you afford to put into your business to continue moving that needle forward? Sharing less clutter equals more clarity. Absolutely. For me, it definitely does. Sherry's learning Evernote. That's another just really good one. It's a free free tool, free system to use, and just get in there. You can't break it, so just get in there and navigate and try to organize your files that way as well. So to determine daily time for business, yeah, so that's number 2. So what I want you to do is be committed to this time. So when I asked you earlier on in this training, this live, I asked you how many hours per day do you have to put towards your business? I want you to make a mental note of that and make sure that you are setting aside that time to work your business. And I know if time is tight, get creative, but make sure that you are fitting in time to work your business. Number 3, to help you be the most productive and efficient with your time, is when you figure out the time that you have to work your business, then what I would encourage you to do is to determine the most important activities or tasks, behaviors that you will be doing during that time when you are working on your business. So if you're a part of our community, if you're a member here at Attraction Marketing, you have our our support, the mentors here, the roadmap to kind of keep you on track and to help you with where you're at specifically, because that looks different for everybody. So make sure that you turn back to your roadmap, get back to your mentor if you're in your fast track community or VIP coach, or if you're not, just making sure that you know what those specific activities are to be able to build your business. Number 4, here's something that I really want to stress to you as well. And this is something that I could almost imagine that not everybody is doing this, but number 4 is actually setting aside time to network. If you're in a network marketing business or direct sales, that's a huge part of your business. You can't ignore that human element of just networking with people, right? We come into this because we want everything automated and leveraged and all of that, which you will get, but you want to make sure that you set aside time to network. So rather than, you find yourself on your phone, and we can get so distracted from going from, one platform to the next and replying to one message, and next thing you know, you're watching this video and this training. So we're not really being intentional when we're online. So if you're just, connecting and responding to people, hey, how are you? You really want to set aside time to network and even track your conversations and evaluate, along the way as well. So here's the thing, when we start learning about sponsored posts and advertisements, as far as bringing people to us, sometimes rely so much on that ad that we forget about the other parts of our funnel that really, is working for us as far as bringing new people in, building up that relationship, to move them forward to get that sale, that new customer, right? So set aside time to network. So this is going to be, for when you do start running ads, when you have people coming in, your leads, and people commenting on your ads, make sure that you actually have time available in your schedule and set aside that time and be intentional to reach out to those people, through your ads, the comments on your page, right? That's another thing. And also, here's a giveaway, here's a given, especially on Facebook. Facebook gives us this. Facebook, the birthdays, those notifications that we get every single day. Let me know who takes advantage of reaching out, Facebook birthdays, rather than just messaging on somebody's, feed. Who actually takes the time out? I'm curious to know if you're taking advantage of this. This is a great conversation starter to take that off into Messenger, a quick voicemail. You think of ways to set yourself apart, right? So Facebook birthdays are another great way to start conversations. And let me remind you again, when you're going in to have these conversations and you set that time apart, you don't want any agenda, right? That's the biggest thing, is you don't want to go into that with an agenda. You just want to set aside that time to network and to really just say, hey, how are you? How's it going? And for those of you that don't have those people flooding through on your ad right now, or maybe you're just starting your fan page, right? And you only have maybe a couple hundred people on your fan page and you don't have a lot of that engagement, what might you do to still set aside that time to network with people, right? So you got to think about that. Be creative, especially still go back on your personal page as well. Facebook stories are hot right now. That's a great way. See who's following all of your stories. And if it's somebody that you haven't talked to in a while, reach out to them. They're following you all the way through in your story, and you can absolutely reach out and say, hey, how's it going? It's been a long time. What have you been up to? right? We can do that. But again, take away that agenda, and then you can just kind of have that time again to network. I'm not going to go more into that. And number 5 is also set aside time in your schedule, in your day or your week. Set aside that time when you have available to do, Zoom conversations or Zoom chats, taking that off of Messenger. Lane says, yes, leave birthday wishes in Messenger. That's awesome. I love that you do that. Chuck, also almost always send them a birthday message or a post. Way to go, Chuck. Yes, people love that. Just taking that extra step to kind of, extra step that will wish them a happy birthday. And go even further than just happy birthday, right? What are some other ways that can set yourself apart? So number 5 is, again, setting aside that time to do Zoom chats as well. So that way, again, what you want to do is you want to be in control of your day. You want to be in control of your schedule. So when you start to have people flooding to you, and you don't want to just open up your entire day, because then you're just going to get burnt out and stressed out. You want to just make sure you have that time set aside. So that way, when you can give them your calendar link or something, your scheduling link, that time is set aside. If you have somebody coming through to develop that, go a little bit deeper in that conversation, and that may lead to also them joining your network marketing business, or to also be giving them some resources like the boot camp, something like that too. So yes, Sherry, thank you so much for posting those below. That helps everybody following along. So is everybody with me so far? Give me some likes or loves. Let me know that you're still with me. Let me know if also, what are you doing that maybe I didn't mention that's helping you as well? Like I said, I would love this chat right here also. If there's something that you're currently doing that's working to help you be the most productive and efficient with your time, please share that below so we can all learn from you as well. And then also, for those of you that are fitting, number 6, fitting in the cracks of time that you have, remember that if you are very limited on your time, have a number goal. So when I talk about, reaching, setting aside time to network and things like that, if you don't have a set time to really get in there and network, then maybe set a number goal, something that's more externally, verifiable, more of a number goal of, I would really like to reach out to this many people a day. In the beginning, it might be more manual, rather as you're trying to build up your system and attract those people to you through your ads and through your posts on your business page. So make sure that you're doing that. Again, remember, Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither is going to be your personal brand. So you want to make sure that you're just consistently showing up. You want to make sure that you're visible and you're continually you're posting, but you're also engaging with your audience. And that's just, having a conversation, building those relationships without having an agenda. So again, that's a little tip, number 6. Number 7, turn off all distractions. That's another biggie for me that helps me to be the most productive and efficient with my time, is turn off all of those distractions. So when I talk about distractions, turn your phone on to do not disturb. I like to do that when I'm doing my lives, when I'm working, so I don't have phone calls coming through. I might shut down my email, turn my notifications off, do what you got to do. Another idea that I know that helps some people is to set a timer too. When you're sitting down, make sure you set a timer so it keeps you from getting up, getting that snack, right? And going to fold that laundry or doing something else, making yourself more accountable to what you're doing. So set a timer. When you're done, you're done. You go take that break, go for that 5-minute walk, go outside, clear your head a little bit. So yeah, so that's something that you might want to start doing as well. So here's what I want you to do. Drop me the number, drop me something that we mentioned today, that we went over today, that you are going to go out and implement today. I want you to go out and share what you're going to go out and do today. Eileen says, I play music to keep me focused and avoid distractions. So I'm the opposite, actually. I love music, but sometimes that distracts me. But if that keeps you focused, to avoid those distractions, that works. And that might work for somebody else too. Yeah, setting a timer for accountability. Kathy says she's going to do number 1. Clearing the clutter. Yes. Like I said, real quick, you don't want to kind of set that time. Maybe set a timer to clear that clutter, because I know for some of us, it can take a lot longer than we would like. Sharon says she's going to do more networking, setting aside that time to network. Sean's going to clear up his clutter in his emails, backing things up. Yep. Awesome. Very nice. And hey, Tan, how are you doing? It's so great to see you on live today, and you're going to do some more time blocking. Awesome, awesome. So hopefully you got some value from this. Drop a value if you did. And like I said, keep the comments coming. If you have something that's working for you, definitely share that below, because I'd love to hear that. And just going to give you a little wrap up before I hop off today. Otherwise, you can go back and watch the replay. But number one, to help you be more productive and efficient, was clearing the clutter, both in your physical space, online, on social media, all that stuff. Number two is determining the time each day you have to work your business, time blocking that in so you actually are accountable to yourself to do that. And number three, determining the most important activities that you're going to be working on, evaluating yourself along the way, because that's going to change as you continue moving through this process. And let's see, number four, setting aside time to network, no matter where that is, networking through your ads, your business page, your fan page, your stories, whatever. Just get out there and love on people. That's what I got to say about that. Number four. So number five is setting aside time also when you start to get into more of those conversations, to set aside time where you know that you're available to do those Zoom chats. People like more of that one-on-one connection. So make sure you're setting aside the time that works for you. That's going to help with the burnt out and the fatigue of people trying to hit you up at all hours, all day long, right? Let's see here. Number six is, what did we say number six was? I might have combined them by accident, but again, just staying visible, fitting, if you're fitting it into the cracks of the time that you have, having a number goal, if that's going to help you. Number seven is distractions. Turn off all of those distractions, email notifications. I, again, set my phone on do not disturb. So yes, I did say love on people. Did you ever hear that before? Just love on people. Just be a human. Build that relationship up. No agenda. Like, we can all just say, hey, how are you? How's it going today? Of course, you got to mean it, right? So if you mean it, reach out and just build that relationship with people. So that is all I have for you today. Thanks so much for watching and tuning in to today's daily dose of awesome. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the weekend. Let me know what's going on this weekend for you. It's football in my house, so we are watching football on Sunday. And what else? Next daily dose of awesome. So make sure that you're tuned in. Make sure that you like the page and you set those notifications so that way you don't miss our next daily dose of awesome on Monday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hey, Rebecca, great to see you. Thanks, Ron. You are so welcome. So have a good rest of the day. Oh, Tom's voting for the Packers. Go Packers. Sailing, that sounds fun. I've never been sailing. That's something on my bucket list. I would love to go sailing. I love the water. Love on people. Yes. So who else? Daughter's being baptized this weekend. That's awesome. Okay, so glad you guys got value. Make sure that you, again, tune in next week for some more awesome tips and training from our other awesome mentors. Have a great weekend, and I look forward to chatting with you all again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.